if market cap doesn't apply to XRP, then it wouldn't apply to Bitcoin, ETH, and others, meaning their price should be higher, correct? No? I'm not to say that market cap doesn't apply. It doesn't apply to any crypto that's a network or a protocol, in my opinion. I think that that's an archaic way to look at things that's, good for stocks, because all of the shares that are currently being traded on the stock market are available for trade. But most people look at total supply of a crypto, even if there's a portion that's locked up or not circulating or not available for trade, as part of what's available for trade, and so they price the market cap accordingly. I think the correct way to price market cap would really be available supply times the current price. So for XRP, if you look at the total supply, there was originally 100 billion minted. Bitcoin would have 21 million total. There's not 21 million Bitcoin on the market, right? So there's about 20 million Bitcoin that have been minted. You could make more Ethereum at any time. There's no cap on Ethereum. So it's hard to say what the actual market cap of Ethereum would even be, because the total supply is arbitrary. You could make more of it at any time. So all that being said, if you did have a finite amount that is the total circulating supply or the total supply minted, I think that a more appropriate metric for market cap would be available supply, so what's actually being traded, because there's a lot of Bitcoin that's been lost over the years. There's probably 2 million Bitcoin, if you want to count Satoshi's Bitcoin as lost, which I don't think it is. I think it'll move. But let's say 1 million Bitcoin, 2 million Bitcoin, never going to move again. They're in wallets that have been dormant for an extended period of time. The person died or lost the keys or something bad happened. So that takes Bitcoin out of circulating supply. And then you have miners and other people that have, significantly appreciated Bitcoin that aren't going to sell it. They're not going to be able to trade it on the open market because it's going to have tax implications. So they're just going to sit on it, or they might lend it to somebody else, and that might make it liquid or available again. Meanwhile has a product like that where they lend the Bitcoin that they have from their life insurance out to miners that need, stuff to sell, because that's their new basis, is what they borrowed it at, and they owe it back with 3% in Bitcoin from whatever they borrowed it at. So there's a lot of ways to be creative about it. But anyway, kind of going back to the crux of the question here, I do not think that market cap, traditional market cap, applies to crypto using the total supply